I generally believe that you should pay artists. That's like the morally correct opinion, no matter what. I feel like they're doing work, you should pay them. Now, I've never personally commissioned anyone, so I haven't had a need to pay anyone yet. However, if I ever do, 100, that I'm gonna, yeah, like that's like a given. When you commission someone to do work for you, you should pay them. So when all of this came out about Tommy and it not paying artists, I was immediately intrigued. He's a big streamer, so I feel like you should just right off the bat. You obviously make money, so I don't see why you wouldn't. So here is this thread which I'm gonna read right now. I'm gonna I'm not gonna read everything because it's quite long. However, I do recommend that you read it because it is interesting and shows a lot. I'm gonna just sum it up basically. It how the payment would be $30 for each thumbnail and 40 if it was like given a shorter deadline, which oftentimes it was. Now, the reason this price is kind of low considering the size of the channel is because Tommy wasn't paying. It was the VOD's channel manager, which is really weird, right? Like that shouldn't be the case. It became very difficult for the manager to even manage all of that on their own, and not Tommy, the one who should be doing that, because they're the one gaining from this, and it was really weird. Now this part intrigued me a lot because it says that they were given at most a day or two, or maybe even 4 to 5 hours at the least, which is just weird and definitely not fair at all. Then they added some more to this thread, which is over here where they showed screenshots. Let's look at this. So it was, hey, do you think you can do a thumbnail in about 4 hours? I'll pay 40 because it's quite short. These are DMs with the channel manager. And you can see this one. This I want to address this screenshot right here because it could look weird. You have to. They changed it from linking the Twitter accounts to just adding them, which I thought was really strange because it would be easier for people to access them if you could just click one link. Then I wanted to see does Tommy still link his socials? And no, he doesn't. So and same thing with the VOD's channel. So I think that's fair. I think not fair. I think it's still weird, but the thing does say it could be something YouTube related, which it honestly could be, and I wouldn't know. I link stuff all the time. And then yeah, so this is all very weird and is not the greatest light for Tommy to have. And this is back in 2021, a little under 2 years ago, where there's someone suggested that maybe Tommy's partially paying. The manager said, nope, it's out of my pocket. It's completely them that's doing it. Now, a huge issue that I think a lot of people share is Tommy's not really being held too accountable for this. Now, there are those MCYT accounts, which will be like, that's a little weird, and then seconds later be like, Tommy has a cat, and then talk about that for a long time, which is like, okay, do you really care then? And that's the thing with a lot of dramas like this. Creators, they're not going to get held accountable. Maybe if this was like a couple of years ago when Tommy was a child, then yeah, make a little bit of sense because he wouldn't entirely know what he was doing. But now it doesn't. He needs to be held accountable, and I don't think he should lose his platform over this. I have my opinions about Minecraft YouTubers and that whole thing, but I don't think it's worth deplatforming or hating on. And obviously, don't send hate to anyone for any reason. But he does need addressing, and I think he might have addressed it, and I don't entirely know, and I'll check right now. Yeah, so from what I just checked, he has not addressed it whatsoever. But I could be wrong. Don't fact me that. I looked. Now one thing I do want to add is a while ago, I'm pretty sure Skeppy was another Minecraft YouTuber was under flame for basically doing the same thing and not paying artists. But I believe they had reasoning, which was simply that the artists didn't communicate too well either. That just isn't the case here because Tommy himself isn't communicating at all. It's the VOD's channel manager that's doing it all because Tommy just doesn't, which doesn't make sense. Tommy should be doing that because it's his channel and he's the one benefiting, and like, you don't need the VODs to come out like the day after the stream. You can wait a little bit so artists have time to do work and can actually get paid at a normal rate, because you could be the one paying them. I don't know. It's all stupid Minecraft drama, but it needs addressing, I feel like. Um, and I mean, this is definitely the weakest out of their most recent Minecraft dramas. There's definitely more that I could address, but I won't. Until it elevates any further, which it probably will.